Hi, this is Bill from Pull Yourself to Pieces. We started this podcast to spark conversations, challenge perspectives, and share the extraordinary tales that make life a thrilling adventure. At first, we didn't know how to create a podcast, but after doing research, we found a great online tool that we use to record each show. That tool is Zencastr, an all-in-one podcast platform that works right out of a browser. You can record studio-quality audio and up to 4K video, even if your connection is unstable. Then you can use the tool's post-production features to help you edit those recordings so your podcast can sound its best. And finally, Zencastr can host your shows and help you distribute them to multiple platforms like Spotify and Apple. It's so easy, and if we can do it, so can you. There's nothing to stop you from creating your own podcast right now. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code BillyRay, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Hello and Happy New Year. Anybody out there?
No, there's nobody out there. It's just
Nobody
you
out
and
there?
me. And
Okay.
what you look vaguely familiar. Do I know you?
It's been an entire month.
4
I think
weeks.
December 1st, well, a little more than that. It's 31 days, whatever it was, right? December 1st was the last episode we did. So many things have happened since then. I mean, it's
Yeah.
incredible. There was Christmas and New Year's. So that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you look a whole lot older. What happened?
Yeah, 2024 is,
Yeah,
age. It's already aging me.
I can see that.
Well, do you say good riddance to 23?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
I want to forget December because I've been sick for almost the whole month.
Oh, right. You've been sick.
Right. In case anybody doesn't know it, I came down with bronchitis at the beginning of December,
Yeah.
and it kicked my ass. I mean, it really, really did.
How do you get bronchitis?
I don't know. I think it's a virus.
Eat too much broccoli?
Excuse me?
Bronchitis? Is it sounds like something like broccoli? Bad
Yeah.
broccoli? Bad broccoli.
Yeah,
does
that's
it,
the
right?
Italian version of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bad
Too much broccoli.
Right. Too much broccoli.
No,
You pea green?
no. I'm not the Jolly Green Giant, but no.
You could be the Hulk.
That I could be. Anyway, just don't make me angry, damn it. No, let me tell you, if anybody out there has had bronchitis, you know it's not fun. I think the hardest part for me was trying to sleep. Couldn't lay down because 5 seconds after I laid down, I could feel the mucus just rising in my throat and my chest, and
Right.
then you want to cough. So
Right.
imagine trying to sleep when you have to cough every 5 minutes.
No, and you got to sleep angled up, which is really uncomfortable.
Well, I'm going to cough now.
Okay.
When I realized I couldn't sleep in the bed, well, the only other alternative was to sleep on the recliner on the couch. So I have a couch that has recliners. So I really didn't recline. I was sleeping almost bolt upright, and
Right. And you can't toss and turn.
Well, you can't toss and turn. So you're stuck in one position.
Yeah.
And it was a virtual nightmare. It really was almost 3.5 weeks out of my life. That was a nightmare.
Yeah. Do you think you toss and turn when you sleep? I know I do a lot.
Oh, I know I do.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the night, I'm like, my head's at the other end and I'm facing the other way.
Yeah, I toss and turn so much. I'm in the next room. I end up in the next room. I wake up in the guest bedroom. Like, how the hell did I get here? No.
During the whole month. Okay. You got more to go? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, during the whole month when, there was some time where you and I weren't contacting with each other, I hadn't heard from you for a while and I was like, oh my God, he's gone, and
you thought I died, right? And then you were thinking,
I got upset. Well, I got upset and I was thinking, I was upset and I was thinking like, oh my God, and now I got to deal with, finding a new podcast co-host. And
oh, really? That's all you cared about?
Yeah. Oh no. I also did think about that. I have to get rid of all your crap.
Wow. You
I had
cold-hearted bastard.
I no, okay. Then I sat and I started
Yeah.
to think, and I thought about all your final expenses that I was going to have to take care
Right,
of.
of course. Yeah, of course you would think
Composing a
that.
witty eulogy,
Yeah.
the things that were really like really pulling at the heartstrings.
Yeah, I'd like to pull your heartstrings and wrap them around your neck.
And then I
Um,
had to think about what I had to return all your Christmas and birthday gifts that I got for you. And it was going to be
bastard.
a really big pain for me.
Wow.
It
Yeah,
was really.
I can see that. I'm actually starting to cry right now. I feel so bad for you. You son of a bitch. It's a good thing I love you. Um, here's the thing, we make jokes about this, but I tell you, and I tell my ex-wife, call me every now and then, because if you don't get an answer, there's a good, chance that I'm dead.
You
But
know,
I
there's other ways around that. There's a thing called
what?
Google Maps, and it's probably on your phone because you have an Android phone. And if
Yes.
you go into Google Maps, and if you go in there, you can actually we can invite each other. That I mean, not that I'm looking to track you. You want to track me, but if you wanted to, at least it would almost like a beacon. It's like beep beep, like in those old
Yeah.
spy movies. Like he's got like the little
Yeah.
thing in his foot. Get smart. Well, yeah, it would kind of like let us know that, like, if I look it up and I haven't heard from you for a while, and you're showing up that you're not at
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
and you're beeping, and it's in like the street, or it says that you're beeping in a hospital, then I
Yeah.
would know that, okay, something happened. You know what I mean? So it's just
Okay.
something to think about.
All right. But you got to realize I only do two things. I go to work and then I come home.
Right.
So that really wouldn't
Right.
work.
They're only gonna right, because you could be at home and the thing could be beeping and like, oh, he's fine, he's at home. I
Yeah, he's
wouldn't
fine.
know
He's at
that,
home. But meanwhile, I've
You
been
need
dead
one
for
of those.
5 days.
You need one of those things. They're like, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, that's what
you
I need.
That's what you need.
I
In
can't.
every
I'm
in
so
every room.
happy. I'm so happy that I finally reached the age where I need that thing. Thank you so much. You just made my day.
Happy 2024.
Yeah, happy 2024. And as you can tell, I still don't have my voice back all the way.
No,
And I miss
it's kind of
being able.
sexy though.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. And I miss being able to sing. Can't sing to save my life. So I really miss
Wait, you
that.
could sing before? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I actually could.
I had a
Um,
Christmas party I went to for work. I'm working from home, as
That's right. You did
and
go,
maybe
didn't
some
you?
of the
Did you have a
audience.
good time?
I did. I did have a good time. I caught up with some people I hadn't seen, and it's funny. They had in the office there. It was done at the office. Okay,
Okay.
so there was a room for food, a room for drinks, a room for, like, I don't know. They had like these stupid blow up reindeer ears and these little round things. People could like throw them on each other. And then they have like an entertainment room, because I work for a communications company, television type
Right.
of stuff.
Right.
We have a big, huge entertainment room with couches, big screen TV. They put a karaoke machine in there. Well,
Oh,
anyway, what's
my.
funny is that every time me and my boss would swing by there, nobody was in there. And we were like, huh, that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Turns out towards the end of the party, I was like, hey, we should go in there and do karaoke. I had to drag him in. We go to the karaoke thing. It's sitting up there. You go to tap on it, and it says password. And I'm like, no wonder nobody's been in
No
here.
wonder.
We had to go find
Password,
the
really?
person. Give us a password. We got in to do karaoke, and I couldn't get anybody to do karaoke. Nobody.
Oh, that blows.
So I said, they put up a thing. They put up the worst song, "Sweet Caroline," and "Dancing
Oh,
Queen." I'm like,
God,
no,
yeah.
give me a duet. And then I had to do both parts. So it was really ridiculous.
Wow. I didn't know
You
you
know,
were that talented.
When you do "I Got You, Babe," and you got to do both, it's really it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just imagine. I can just hear you singing to yourself.
Actually, truthfully, I really did "I Got You, Babe," and I did it with somebody who was in the office who she did a great job. Great job.
That's good.
She blew me away. She was really, really good. But even the two of us, we couldn't get anybody to come in there. I don't know.
That's just sad.
Even musicians, people. I mean, it's funny. You work when you work in television, a lot of those people are very, artsy kind of people. They're
Yes.
people that are either artists, musicians,
Yes.
they're filmmakers, they're creative types.
Right. They have
And
they
I
have
have
side
I have
gigs.
met some people that that have blown me away with their talent in terms of musical prowess or singing ability,
Uh-huh.
or just other things related more to television, editing, camera work, artistry,
Yeah.
painting, and just and sculpture and all kinds of medium. They gravitate to those fields, right? Television and film. They may
Sure.
not be doing what they really want to do, but they end up there. And such talented people. And I know talented people at the office there. We got two offices, one in the city and one on Long Island. And I was at the Long Island one, and a lot of those guys are kind of not that type. They're not really the artsy type. They're kind of more of we
Working
started out
class. Just working class.
exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Television working class. Anyway, so that was a long intro. Anything else?
Um,
How was your New Year's? Do you want to talk about it?
I actually spent the New Year's with a lady friend who's thankfully kind of quirky like me,
Oh boy,
and
that must have been fun.
and so far we're hitting it off.
Oh, good.
And,
That's great.
And she's an artist,
Okay.
and I've seen her
Oh,
work, and she's phenomenal. She's just
uh-huh.
ridiculous talented,
Yeah.
and
Lost looks like Charlie Brown. No.
oh no, much better than Charlie
I
Brown.
know.
No, I mean,
How that guy
well,
made a living drawing little, almost stick figures is incredible.
I for a guy who can't even draw stick figures, anytime I see anybody that has artistic ability to be able to draw,
Tell me about it.
animals or landscapes, I'm just in awe of that whole process because again, I can't draw.
Well, you know that my son is, I think, an
Oh, I
incredible
know.
artist.
He's amazing.
He's most of his friends are artists, right? So when they get together, it's just all these creative, quirky types, like you said. But
Yeah.
they started a little game that they do where they take a piece of paper, they split it in half, right? Like they
Okay.
fold it in half, and
Yeah.
the top half is going to be the top of something, and the bottom half is the bottom of something. So someone will draw the top half
Yeah.
and then flip over and not see what the top half was, and they got to draw a bottom. And when you
Yeah.
flip it over and you make one thing, the really ridiculous things, some of the things you get.
Well, that
Well,
sounds
anyway,
like fun. Yeah.
I'm working. The other night there was 4 of us there, 3 artists and me, and I
Yeah.
can't draw to save my life.
Right.
I found that for people like me, and I guess yourself, who can't really draw, I used to be able to kind of sketch a little bit of junk. I remember when you were younger.
No, but nothing really good.
Yeah, right.
Nothing to
But I
scale.
find that if I look at something,
Yeah.
it helps. You know what I'm saying? If I look at
Versus drawing something out of your head.
oh yeah, because my head is just going to be it's going to
Yeah, I've
be
seen. I've
it's
seen
going to be
your head.
the
It's a
worst
mess.
stick figure ever,
Yeah.
like Matchstick Men.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Yeah. What you're going to draw out of your head is just just an attic filled with baby dolls and all kinds of weird stuff. That's what I envision your attic to be. Your head.
oh man, tell me about it. It's like
Oh,
dreams. My oldest son, he can recall his dreams in insane detail, and they
yeah.
actually like kind of tell a weird story. I think about my dreams, and my dreams are completely messy. So I can never really remember them too well when I wake up, and then they're gone. They're very
Okay.
messy. They're completely disjointed.
All right.
They yeah. Are yours like
Kind of.
that or no?
I'm kind of not surprised. No, mine are mostly very, very vivid,
Oh,
and
okay, cool.
I am the star of the show.
Of course.
Really, I'm
Duh.
the most in my dreams. I'm the most narcissistic person on the planet because it's all
In your
about me.
dreams. Oh,
In my
sorry.
easy, easy. You're not going to get a good birthday present if you keep this up. No, my dreams they're all about me. I'm either
What a shock.
fighting aliens or I'm performing. There's a lot of times I dream there's a
With
there's
your
a big
clothes
cr-
on or oh.
there's a no I'm naked
Oh.
and there's a big crowd and because I'm naked they're laughing
Right.
and then I wake up. No, my dreams are very very vivid and
Right.
I would say probably for the most part very very recurring. They all have
Oh, I hate
a
that.
lot of similar backdrops and a
Right.
lot of similar
The
situations.
school in your underwear one? Yeah, that's one.
Well, I actually wrote that story. That was the first short story I wrote. It's called The Test, and it's
Yeah.
about this kid's dreaming, and we all know and remember the worst nightmare of our dreams is all of a sudden you're somewhere amongst a bunch of people and you're the only one naked.
Yeah.
And that is probably the ultimate nightmare for probably most people that are not either, nudists or exhibitionists. So
Right. Unless
Um,
you're Johnny, what's his name? What was the
yeah,
guy?
Johnny Wad. Anyway,
Right.
so that was the premise for my first short story, and I thought it came out
Right.
pretty good.
Right.
So, what were we talking about?
I
You
don't
were
know.
talking
We've
oh,
been all over the
dreams. Yeah.
place.
So dreams. Yeah. So again, mine are pretty vivid. They're not
Wow.
messy like yours.
No. Okay, that's good. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just the way my brain works, you know?
Yeah, which is pretty scary.
Yeah. So, do you want to take a break and we'll come back and
Unless you have
we'll talk
something
about the
else
new
to,
year?
unless you have something else to talk about that is poignant to what we just spoke about.
I don't know.
Is it connected? Is what you want to talk about next? Is it connected to what we've been speaking about, or is it off on another tangent?
Mm, tangent. Yeah.
It's commercial time.
Okay. All right.
Are you gonna do your awesome commercial?
You want mine, not one of yours, or not one of your awesome
No, not
commercials.
one of my
One of
fake commercials. No,
Shh, they're not fake. Shh.
I gotta say, you really did an awesome job with that commercial for Zencastr. I'm very impressed.
Well, I know I did.
Yeah, no, pat yourself on the back. I mean, you did a very good job. And whoever's listening, it's coming up. Billy's going to do his commercial, and he does an awesome job.
He does. I mean, I do. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
We'll be
we'll be
right
back.
back. Yeah. Hi, this is Bill from Pull Yourself to Pieces. We started this podcast to spark conversations, challenge perspectives, and share the extraordinary tales that make life a thrilling adventure. At first, we didn't know how to create a podcast, but after doing research, we found a great online tool that we use to record each show. That tool is Zencastr, an all-in-one podcast platform that works right out of a browser. You can record studio-quality audio and up to 4K video, even if your connection is unstable. Then you can use the tool's post-production features to help you edit those recordings so your podcast can sound its best. And finally, Zencastr can host your shows and help you distribute them to multiple platforms like Spotify and Apple. It's so easy, and if we can do it, so can you. There's nothing to stop you from creating your own podcast right now. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code BillyRay, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience as I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Pull Yourself to Pieces will now give you about 30 seconds of silence in order to get our dead air out of the way and to have a smooth flowing show. Here we go.
Is it a safe assumption that the microphones are off, William?
What do you think? Really, what do you think?
I think they're still on, and you're just jerking my chain, pulling my leg.
I don't jerk anything of you, thank God.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't even.
I don't
want to even in my nightmares.
it's a new year. I would hope that you would be, on the up and up with me, and you wouldn't lie to me. So, are the
It's not
microphones
that.
off?
I know what I'm doing. I know how to operate this stuff. The
Okay.
microphones are off. Nothing that we're saying right now is going over the air.
All right.
Okay?
Thank
it's
God.
just you
So-
and me here.
Yeah.
And
And-
you look awfully. You look a lot more taller in that chair. Are you sitting on a cushion?
Well, you could kind of say that, yeah.
What? Let me see. What? Get up and let me see what you. What
All
you
right,
got
here, I'll
there.
stand up. What do you think?
Oh, what did you? What do you got? What's wrong with your butt?
They're called implants. I got butt implants.
What?
Yeah, it's all the rage. Yeah,
You
there
got
was
butt implants. That's not like fake pillows in there. You got butt implants.
No, there was this woman on Facebook that was talking about
Oh God.
the latest fad, the latest fad is
Oh God.
is butt implants. So I thought, wow, that's awesome. So
Well,
I went and I had them put in. What do you think?
Well, usually that's they're trying to
What?
that's geared towards usually women, right?
It is. It is.
Well, yeah. Usually, I mean,
Why?
I'm surprised you didn't go
don't-
for breast implants, although you already got the man boobs.
I
so,
have
mean,
I have they're called pectorals, Bill.
okay, you call them what
are
you
you
want.
talking about that they're for women?
Yeah,
Why would a woman want a big butt? Doesn't a woman want a little butt?
I kind of agree too, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how all of a sudden, baby got back became a thing, like double back.
Oh, you
I
got
don't
to
know.
be kidding me. You mean I got
Um,
these things in and then really from women?
Yeah. You should have been
Damn.
thinking about a penile implant.
That I don't need, thankfully. So you don't like them? You don't
I've
you don't
seen
think
you in the
in my
the-
Speedo?
in the locker room. Yeah.
What locker room? So what?
Oh,
You
you weren't looking when I
you
was
don't think
looking.
this is a good look?
Oh, it's a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
It hurt my eyes.
I tell you what. There's a downside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
What a shock.
just try and wipe yourself. Imagine trying to get past this left cheek. Oh,
Oh,
you know what?
God.
I think our time's up.
Okay, we got to get back.
All right.
All right.
Do you have more money than you can spend in 10 lifetimes? Do you like the convenience that technology offers? Do you like to drink tea? Now, from the makers of Coffee Man comes Mr. T, the ultimate in laziness and indulgence. Simply press a button and Mr. T instantly produces boiling water. Press another button and a tea bag of your choice slowly lowers into the cup you've provided. The tea bag steeps for 2 minutes and 43 seconds, then retracts and is pulverized into thin air. Press another button and a serving of sugar, honey, or any sweetener of your choice is dispensed, along with your choice of creamer. The automatic stirring mechanism stirs your tea to perfection. Now you are ready to sit on the veranda of your multi-million-dollar home and enjoy a nice hot cup of tea. Mr. T retails for $2,450. Price does not include parts and labor for a separate water line. Consult your local plumber for service. Mr. T is found only in stores where overpriced, useless items are sold. Order yours today and be the envy of the yacht club and golf club.
Okay. Welcome back to the show. So, hope everybody got some refreshments and maybe a sandwich while we were, busy plugging, our what is that? Zencaster is what kind of host for us?
Zencaster is our it's our way to record our podcast. We got two
Okay.
things. We got Zencaster is how we record, and then Anchor is how we post.
Broadcast. Got it.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. Pretty much broadcast out there. And speaking of plug,
Yes.
we were talking about how you had some implants done. which
Yes.
I
Aren't
think
they
you should-
fabulous?
Well,
Yes.
all kidding aside,
Yeah. They are
everyone is
fabulous. No.
well, everyone's always body conscious, obviously, but it
Yes.
surprises me that you'd want to like inflate your butt. You know what I mean? If anything, you're always looking to try to like downsize everything.
Well,
No?
unless you have no butt whatsoever or like a concave butt.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that if you're a woman, you would at least like to have some kind of curve back there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But my point is that, all you got to do is just look at ads and, for the last, I don't know, it probably seems like it's been forever. I mean, once we became conscious about bodies, it's probably going to be at least the last 50, 60 years, maybe longer, or maybe
Yeah.
even longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where
at least.
everyone is weight conscious, right? Especially Americans. I mean, I think even
Yeah.
more so because we have a horrible diet and our diet
Yeah.
just gets
We're
worse
the
and worse and
fattest
worse.
people on the planet.
Exactly. So weight loss is, I don't know what the number is. Is 70% possibly of this country? That might not be.
Oh, I'd say at least.
Okay, so possibly. We could go look it up right now, but let's say it's something between 50 and 70% of this country has a weight problem.
Yes.
And there is no like dead on cure, but there's this thing that came out a while ago, Ozempic. Did you hear about that?
Ozempic?
It's a medication that's supposed to be used for diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And so,
Okay.
apparently,
Yeah.
besides from, putting your blood sugar into
Check.
getting that under control,
Yeah.
apparently people that use Ozempic have experienced weight loss as a side effect.
Well, I guess if you're prone to being overweight, that's a good side effect.
Sure. Now, there's going to be some downsides to like almost any kind of medication. All right.
Like
One
death.
is that too much of this stuff can actually give you hypoglycemia, which I was kind of flirting with a little bit there. That's
Yikes.
that's low blood sugar,
Yikes.
just as bad as high blood sugar. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's the usual medications, which cracks me up. I don't know if you ever. I know you don't really watch TV, but you do watch your free TV, and they must try to sneak in commercials in there.
Oh, you know what? All I see are commercials for Progressive Auto Insurance
Oh,
and and drugs. This drug, that drug, and they
Yes.
all have
Okay, well,
weird
that
names
yes,
that you
and
can't
every
pronounce.
single drug
Drugs,
has got
drugs.
the whole list of like this may cause
Oh, yeah,
this can
yeah,
cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach
right,
pains,
right, yeah.
and possibly death. It's like
Yes,
no matter
yes,
what it is,
yeah, they'll throw that in there, and on a very few occasions, death. And I'm
right?
like, you know what? It's not worth it.
I don't think
I'll just
so.
deal with whatever my malady is at this point.
Right. So I don't know how well this Ozempic thing has caught on. As being like but everyone's always looking for that magic pill.
Of
You
course.
know,
And
like the
and look,
Look, I mean, I know you and I have we are both. We're both bald, okay? Yeah, I
yes,
haven't completely shaved my head, but you
right,
have,
right.
so we're both, we
We're
have
bald.
serious male pattern balding, hereditary
Yes,
balding, all right?
yes,
And
yes.
I just think about, man, the guy that comes up with the cure for baldness, he's gonna be one of the richest people, or her, either him or her, are gonna be one of the richest people that ever
There
lived
is a
because
cure. You didn't hear about it?
what?
Bob's Wig Emporium. Yeah, Bob's famous. He's a freaking millionaire. Yeah, he makes these great wigs.
It's
Yeah,
wigs. Yeah, but that's not a cure.
I know. Look, as far as I'm concerned, it's all BS. There is no cure for baldness. There is none. It doesn't work. None of that crap works.
You don't think we'll ever come up with one?
No, in fact, I tried some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's stuff that we have now. There's something. Look, there is stuff in the Amazon. There is plant stuff out there that is a cure for cancer, a cure for
Yeah,
Alzheimer's,
but it's yet to be
dementia.
discovered.
Right, exactly. I think every single thing is there, and we're going to get to it. You watch Star Trek, right? And they
Yeah,
have it that in the future, which is always kind of funny because I can't think of his name right now. Patrick Stewart.
Roddenberry.
Patrick Stewart,
All
right?
right, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, playing in the Next Generation Star Trek
Yeah,
stuff, and he's bald. Where
yeah.
they have a cure for everything, but somehow, for some reason, they didn't have a cure for baldness.
Well, maybe he chooses to be bald. Did you
Well,
ever
that
think of
could
that?
be. But would you choose to be bald if you're going to go bald?
Now that I am bald, and because I actually shaved my head and I took control, I'm very happy with it. I'm okay with it.
I will never be.
Content
I'll
being
never be
bald, will
happy
you?
with it.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Well,
I miss my hair.
that's the big difference
I
between
miss
the
it.
two of us.
I don't have a good head.
Oh, you've seen my head. I don't have a good head for baldness, but you know what? The alternative is either that or look like a monk. And I'm non-religious, so looking like a monk is just not a good look for me.
Maybe you should try the monk thing. That's Buddhist.
No,
You might
I
actually
don't.
like
No,
that.
no.
That's good. That's a
I'm
whole
not
different
doing the
kind.
monk thing. No.
All right. Okay.
Although I'm into robes,
You're a
but
bit of a
I
monkey.
can't do.
I mean, but
I can't do the monk thing.
hey,
So
hey,
this
we're the
this
monk.
this semi cure that now gives people a weight loss. So I'm surprised. Well, first of all, I've just recently unplugged. No more social media, no more news, because that fat orange bastard dictates everything. Everything's about him, and I basically had it. And the world is going to shit, and I'm tired of reading about it. So
Yeah.
I've now unplugged again. And can't you tell how much happier I am? No.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you sound
Don't I sound calm and
so much
collected?
happier.
Don't I sound calm? I think I need a drink.
Oh yeah,
I think I
yeah.
need some alcohol. No, but seriously, it's been now about 3 weeks, and
Right.
I got to tell you, Billy, I'm much happier. I'm unplugged. I got my head in the sand like a freaking ostrich, and I'm happy as a clam.
That's good.
I
A
really am.
clam.
Yeah, happy as a clam. Yeah, I don't know why clams are happy, but apparently they are. Okay, I can't explain it.
They just sit there and they're like a what are they? They can't. I mean, they can't. How do they move?
They piss themselves, and then all of a sudden they move from one neighborhood to the next.
Is that what it is?
So they shoot water. They take in water and they shoot it out like a jet. Yeah, it's amazing.
And we
They're pretty.
complain.
They are pretty incredible. Yeah, really. I
Oh
want to come back as a
man.
clam, but my luck, some schmuck would open me up and suck me down and eat me. Like clams on a half shell.
So you've been unplugged.
Yes,
So when you were getting your news, was it like from like
it was
Joe's
from
Joe's
no.
newspaper?
Well, I don't do CNN anymore because they went from left to right now.
Yeah.
And
How does that even happen? I mean,
damned if I know. And
yeah.
so I would, when I turn on my computer, my homepage was MSN.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
All right. I mean, somewhat in the center, but not really. And most of it is fluff. Most of it is clickbait. And 90% of it is that orange piece of shit. And I'm just tired
Well,
of seeing him.
oh, yeah.
I was just tired of seeing
Yeah.
his stupid face, hearing his stupid voice. And it was 24 hours of the shit show. And
Well, yeah.
I'd had
Yeah.
enough. That was
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Couldn't do it anymore.
speaking of him, this is something that was on my mind, and I'm not sure if you have you heard about the Republican Party, some people that are in the Republican Party that are running for like smaller government, local government offices in kind of like in like more rural areas,
No, I haven't heard.
trying
What's that?
to get positions in there. Um, and we're not talking about moderate Republicans. We're talking about extremists.
Okay.
Okay.
Right wing conservatives.
Unfortunately, yes, and and it seems like a lot of them are trying to get into local governments, right?
Okay.
And the goal there is to sort of entrench these extremists into local governments, so they have a better chance of trying to, hate to say it, disrupt our elections.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
disrupt certification
yeah.
of elections. So as you know, you have to think about this. I mean, we could talk about this for a long time, but just on the outside, we are we have been through a hell of a lot in the last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And it hasn't completely fallen apart. What's going to happen in November? I don't know. Okay, it goes either two ways, right?
Right. Well, yeah.
Either a Democrat wins, because unfortunately, I would love to see an independent win. Okay, but
Never
that's
gonna
not going to
happen.
happen. I know.
Right.
So it's either Democrat wins or a Republican wins. Right now, it looks like it might be a rematch of 2020, but we don't know that. It's still 11 months away. Both of those guys are,
Not
one's over 80 and one's getting close.
not that I'm planning anything, but one or both of them could die.
Exactly. Right. Or one could die and one could be in jail, and we got two new different people.
Yeah.
The point
right.
is
Exactly.
the point is that somebody's going to win and someone's going to lose, unless there's some crazy way there's a tie, which I was told.
Mm,
How crazy
no.
would that be? But someone told me that could never happen. Something gets decided, whatever. So I don't know, which
Yeah.
is pretty wild. I really think it would be great if we had a tie and we had
Maybe.
two presidents, one on each side, but they never agree. But then we'd really get nothing done. But we need one. Well, yeah, I guess if you had one of each party, you had three different people up there, at least that'd be something. We really need a collective up there is what we need. Oh, right, that's Congress and the House of Representatives, right? They're the
Yeah.
ones
We know how well that's working.
Yeah, and not for nothing. I don't care what side you're on. Most times they're not really representing you and I and what we want.
not anymore. No.
Right, exactly. And you know what? They each could benefit by taking a little bit from the other person, but we're so split now. We're so radicalized on both sides and
We're
pushed
tribes.
apart that
We're tribes.
it's a shame, because really they both could do better by taking from the other. It seems like the Democratic side seems to be a little bit too weak and then afraid to fight, and the Republican is too quick to fight. So
Yeah.
it's like we need to meet somewhere.
We need to put the gloves on and toughen up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Forget turning the other cheek. We need to be just as tough
Yeah.
and just as ruthless as they are, because
I am worried about this disruption thing, and it's not happening in Democratic side. Okay, and I'm not trying to be one-sided here at all. I'm trying to look at it, as factual. Okay,
Yeah.
it's happening. Republican extremists are trying to get into local governments to try to entrench themselves in there, and they can try to change those local laws, which could give us a problem when it comes to our real elections for there and then for the country. And
Okay.
there's a disruption, and we're back in the situation again where, if look, obviously, if I hate to say it this way, but if a Republican wins in 2024, It's probably not going to be some crazy riot on January 6th, 2025. Okay. It probably isn't going to be.
No,
But
because
I wish there
because
would be. No, that's horrible to
because
say. But you're right.
Democrats, we don't riot. We're way above that.
Right. Right. Oh, there's people who would say, "Oh, yeah, you do," but that's not Democrats. Okay, they're talking about people that were rioting against Black Lives Matters or things like that.
Oh.
That was specific things. That's that everyone glumps. Each side likes to clump everybody together, and it's really not. That's really not fair for either side. There used to be a time where I felt differently about the Republican side, and you can sit and have a conversation. You can still sit and have a conversation with a moderate Republican. You can,
Past tense,
but anybody,
past tense.
anybody who's who's drinking the Kool-Aid on either side. I'm not saying there's not extremists on the left side too.
Right.
Where they've taken
Yes.
things too far the other way. I can't have conversations with either one of them.
No,
you're
right. No,
I
you're
feel
right.
like we're getting less and less moderates, which is real. That's the scariest thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right. And where you going with this?
Well, I was just, I was bringing up that if you had heard about, that
I
that
have not.
election
Again,
deniers going after these local offices that you haven't been following stuff,
nope.
that
Don't know.
that was that was kind of on my mind, and I thought that was just as important as the unusual thing that you can do with vinegar. What?
Well, I know you can make a salad with it. What else?
Oh yeah,
Well,
right.
And vinegar is actually a good cleaner. It cleans a lot of things.
I know. I tried, drinking it.
Yeah.
See,
And if you're a woman,
clean my insides.
and if you're a woman, you can put it in a special place and clean that place out pretty good too.
Wait a minute, that's gonna burn, really?
Not that
Are you sure
I
about
wouldn't. I wouldn't know. Actually, I would not know.
So apparently, you can use vinegar to clean your windshield wipers. Who knew, right?
Yeah.
Did you know you can use it to remove dandruff? Well, not that you have any problem. You got no hair.
I don't have
anymore,
that
so.
problem anymore. I
It'd really
actually
suck
never
if you
did.
had dandruff and you had no hair. That would really be really weird.
Yeah, that would. Well, actually, believe it or not, my scalp does get kind of dry and a little flaky, especially now in the wintertime because there's less moisture in the air, and because I shave my head about maybe once a day, that has now become
Once a day, you got to do that.
I have to shave my head.
It's worse
once,
than
But here's
shaving.
the thing. No, but here's the thing. As the seasons change,
Seasons change.
no, as the
People
seasons
change.
change,
Yeah.
your hair grows at different rates. Your hair
That makes
actually
sense. Sure,
responds
that
to
makes
weather.
sense.
It actually does.
Right. I
So
know
now
those
that
pubic hairs
winter's
really
here,
grow when it's dark. Oh wait, what? I'm sorry.
now that winter's here, your hair grows faster.
Uh-huh.
And
Mm.
I can see the difference. Like it's amazing how much faster my hair grows now that winter's here.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it all grows in places I don't want it to grow.
It grows
Yet-
in winter, right? Because we're part ape. That makes
Well,
sense. Yeah.
I'm mostly ape.
Yeah.
No, but
yeah.
because I take after my father. He had ape arms and an ape ass. Our father could actually scratch his knee without bending over. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. That's pretty crazy.
He was amazing.
Yeah, that's
No,
ridiculously
but
long arms.
your hair grows faster in the winter, so it's become a daily thing now. I have to shave my head.
Wow.
It's a pain in the ass. Well, it's a pain in the head.
Oh, okay. So what was I talking about? Vinegar?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Vinegar.
yeah.
Vinegar. You were talking about vinegar.
You got a
and
coffee
making
maker?
salad.
You have a coffee maker at the house or no?
Yes, I do. Oh, and I'm drinking
Apparently-
coffee. I'm
you
drinking
can-
coffee again
Oh, well, good thing.
because when I got sick with the bronchitis, the medicine I was taking screwed up my taste buds, and I couldn't drink coffee. It turned my stomach. And realized I've been drinking coffee since I'm 15. Granted, it was just 1 cup a day, but I looked forward to that morning cup of coffee. So for 2 weeks, I was stuck drinking tea, which wasn't a bad thing.
Well, it's caffeine again. You're still getting your caffeine fix.
Caffeine fix, but it was nice. It was pleasant. I was able to keep it down.
Yeah.
And then, I finally got well and my taste buds came back online. And now I'm drinking my 1 cup of coffee again. And I have to tell you, it's bliss. Because if you're a coffee drinker and you know what I'm talking about, if you just miss one morning of coffee, it's like the end of the world.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, it's very different for us coffee drinkers when we haven't had our coffee.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So,
apparently you can clean your coffee maker with vinegar.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
true.
really,
You-
really well.
Yeah.
White vinegar you use for that.
Yes,
And,
right. And so make
yeah.
sure you and say that again because there's a difference between white vinegar and red vinegar.
There's, you know what? Yeah, red vinegar tends to be the one that we use for like salads and stuff like that,
Yes.
food-wise, right?
Yes.
Ingesting a lot more of that.
Yes.
White vinegar is used more for cleansing and cleaning and things like that. And then
Yes.
and then the other big one is the apple cider vinegar. That's also used, can be taken internally too, but also is used for other things. For I know you can use the white vinegar could also be used. Get this, for opening jars.
In
You're
what
saying-
way?
Well, apparently you heat the vinegar, right? It gets warm. You turn the
Yeah.
jar upside, a jar that's like stuck, a jar that you can't get open, right?
Yeah.
You heat the vinegar. You turn the jar upside down. You
Yeah.
pour the vinegar over the lid and kind of lubricate the seal, so the vinegar gets into that little spot in there.
You're pulling my
And
leg.
No, I'm reading you this off of things that that you can do with vinegar. Things that
Really?
we didn't know. Yeah, and apparently you can get you try it next time you get a really stuck jar.
How about this? How about you take a butter knife and you tap around the edge of that top where it meets,
I've heard
where,
works too. That's
I mean,
true.
that's where I've been doing it now.
All right. You got an insect problem at the house there or no?
I don't see any, so
Okay.
maybe not.
Well, listen to this. Okay. So you can take apple cider vinegar, rub it on your skin, and then it's a deterrent for bugs outside. Pretty cool, huh? And if you've gotten bitten,
How
you
about
can
this?
take white vinegar and you can put it on the bite, and it'll help infection and irritation.
Yeah.
And
It's
whatever.
a deterrent, all right.
what?
Yeah, well, it's a deterrent, all right. It'll probably keep women away from me.
I thought you already had using it for that reason. That's why.
No, I'm trying to find something to do the opposite. I want to draw the women towards me.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
this
kind of
is-
what you want to do. Yeah.
This is amazing. This is just,
mean-
I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm being sarcastic too.
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll change subject. How
So
how are
you-
you how is your
That's personal, Bill.
how is your outlook? That's the word I want to use. How is your outlook towards 2024?
Oh gosh, it's got to be better than 2023. That's all I can say.
Have you thought about some, resolutions,
I'm
like
going-
exercising is one of the biggest things, right?
I
Gonna
have
eat
a job.
healthier.
I have a job coming up where I have to go to Charlottesville every day, and it's probably going to be an hour and 15 minutes one way, and then I'm probably going to work 6-7 hours and then drive back home. So for this first week coming up, I will not have time to get back to the gym. But after this job is done, I'm signing up at the Golds near me, which is only 10 minutes away, and I'm going to be hitting the gym again. I'm getting this
Okay.
big, fat old ass in shape again. So
All right.
I'm looking
that's
forward to getting back to the gym
that's
and
good.
having some
good.
muscles again.
So you're going for the usual, getting healthier, start exercising, eating better again.
Yeah.
As we all do, and then after about maybe a month, or if not
Yeah,
less,
no, but see,
we all
here's the
throw it
thing.
away.
Here's the thing. I'm very intense when it comes to the gym. I've
Oh,
been a
you
gym
are.
rat all my life. So once I
Yeah.
start, there'll be no stopping me.
Yeah, right. I think that you should start thinking about some of the more unusual resolutions. Like I think
boy.
you should. I think you should learn how to speak fluent whale. I think that would be really a good idea.
What are
'cause
you trying to say, Bill?
You never know.
What are you trying to say, Bill? Because I'm overweight. You think I should speak
Oh,
whale?
did that tie together? I didn't
That's-
mean to make that tie
That's
together.
just rude.
It
I
just
can't believe you're
happened.
saying
It just
on the air, I
happened.
can't believe you're saying this to me.
Okay, I think you should be focusing on making resolutions for this year that you become an expert at
In-
identifying cloud shapes. I think that would be
Oh,
really
you mean Cumulus, Cirrus, and what's the
no, the shapes. Oh, yes,
the
right,
shape.
yeah. Or what you see an elephant, you see a vagina.
How is that a thing? I mean, you go to school. Is this a course you take it like Yale? Seriously,
I think you should make a resolution to freeze your eggs. I think you really should because
I
you
don't
never-
have any eggs to
Oh,
freeze.
shit,
you got
that's
the wrong
right.
agenda, Bill.
Damn it, I forgot. What was I thinking?
My name, yeah. What was that? That guy that turned into a woman. The what was his name?
I don't know. Lots of them have.
Yeah,
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. Yeah, I
Right.
don't go that way. I don't have any eggs to freeze.
Okay.
What else would you like me to do, Bill?
Well, you're already doing the drinking water. That's always a good one.
I've
That's a
been
good one.
drinking water since probably 19 or 20.
I think you should make a religion to explore your gender identity a lot better. I really think that's important for you.
There's nothing to explore. I'm a man. I've been in love with women since I'm 5, and that's it.
Okay.
Although I do have great legs and a great new butt right now, but that's besides the point. That's totally besides the point.
Getting back on the bike.
Yeah,
Gonna get
that's
back on the
coming.
bike.
My
Yeah. Well,
girlfriend,
then maybe you should start getting more skills in like juggling while you're riding your bike. That'd
oh
be
yeah,
really
huh?
good. Yeah.
How about this? I can just barely ride that bike. You want me to juggle? What else you want me to do while I'm on that bike?
Oh, here's an unusual one that you and I can actually do.
What?
Memorize and recite the alphabet backwards.
We already do that. We already can do
Well,
that.
there's people that can't. They can't go Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, H, B, C, B, A.
If EDCBA, right? They can't.
I can still do it.
Oh, so can I.
Yeah, thanks to me.
Hey, I can still recite Macbeth's final soliloquy, and that's
Really?
not easy to do.
All right, give it to us.
Of
Go
course, I don't know what the hell I ate for breakfast yesterday, but
ahead. I
yeah,
remember him saying that. Oh,
tomorrow
okay, that
and
was
tomorrow and tomorrow creeps at this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all of our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour on the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Now, I learned
I'm
that in
speechless.
10th
I'm
grade,
speechless,
okay?
especially the idiot part of it.
I learned that in 10th grade. Don't ask me what I ate for breakfast yesterday because I have no freaking clue. So this getting old is for the birds. I got to tell you.
I thought getting old was great.
No, getting old sucks.
Yeah, getting old sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
What else? What else are we gonna?
That's
learn?
it. I mean, I think we should leave and bring in some humor into the
That's it.
show.
There's no more things we have to learn for 2024.
Well, I don't know.
Did you run out?
Well, I don't know.
Are we gonna do another commercial and do Looney Laws?
Let's do another commercial and do Looney Laws.
Sounds good.
Hey, you're in Virginia, right?
Yes, I am.
Like I don't know that.
Yeah.
So I guess the Arlington National Cemetery must be Virginia. Arlington.
2 hours away.
Yeah, apparently a judge halted the removal of the Confederate memorial.
Why would
How do you feel
somebody
about that?
Well, why would somebody need to remove the Confederate memorial?
Yeah. Well, maybe people didn't want the Confederate thing there. You know, how where do you stand? You're okay with
Look,
with
this
all
war look, here's the thing. This war between the North and the South has nothing to do with me. Our ancestors are European. They're from Italy. We weren't here when this shit happened, and frankly, I don't care.
I think what happens is people kind of use it as another thing to not want to accept change. And by
Okay.
nature,
Yeah.
certain political sides,
Use
obviously
it as a tool. Yeah.
conservative, are going to be like they don't want change, and then other side wants kind of sometimes they want change, but sometimes then they go the other way, they want extreme change.
Yeah.
So, but there's no way to stop change. Change is inherent in this planet, in humans, in
I
every
agree.
single thing. You can't stop change.
I
Okay, things are
agree.
going to change no matter what. So you have to accept it. You have to go along with it. I don't know.
Personally, I'm okay with change. Look, you have to evolve as a human, or you just
Exactly.
we all must evolve as humans to
Yeah.
be better humans. Obviously,
I hope so. I hope
that-
so. I want to
Yeah,
try to still have hope for the human race. I don't know.
well,
I know you're not looking at the news, but on the top of the news this morning, everything was like, hey, the world is bringing in 2024, but we've got war in places, horrible situation in Gaza, horrible situation still in Ukraine. There's plenty of other areas that we don't even talk about that are that have
Yep.
problems. There's there's always something. But let's not even talking about natural things. Like there's a worry of tsunamis in Japan because of earthquakes I just recently had. But not those natural disasters, but just disasters of human to human.
yeah.
And I'll just say before we go to break that ape has never killed ape.
And this podcast is a disaster.
We'll be right back. This is Bill, and you're listening to Pull Yourself to Pieces, the podcast, hosted on Anchor. You never heard of Anchor? Anchor by Spotify is a podcast host platform, and it's an easy way to make a podcast. We picked Anchor because they have everything we needed all in one place. You can record and edit a podcast from your computer or even right from your phone. Then you can have your podcast distributed easily to multiple platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and much more. And did I mention it's free? That's right. Anchor is free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Thank you. Please wait for assistance.
It's time for Looney Laws of the Land.
And we're back with another edition of Looney Laws of the Land.
What? This isn't Nuns on the Run?
No, the nuns with
My
the
other
runs.
favorite, my other favorite section, my other favorite thing.
No, we are going to
What?
a state and we're going to talk about some crazy laws that are still apparently
Oh,
on the books.
I
Who
remember
knows if
this.
they're being enforced? That's right. But we're going all the way over from really far over from where you live in Virginia. We're going all the way over to West Virginia.
A state so unimaginative they had to steal the name of another state.
That's right. So you want to hear some crazy laws in West Virginia?
Are you kidding me? I'm all ears.
That's one of the reasons why we're doing this, right? I mean, what else would I be doing it?
Of course.
We can make up our own. But
There's gotta
these
be
we don't have to
something
make up
about-
because these are actually laws that apparently still on the books.
Right, but there's got to be one about spitting. There's got to be one about a horse, and you can't have your bear in your car unless he's in a cage, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. All
All right,
right.
what do you
So
got?
apparently it is against the law to whistle underwater.
Oh yeah, good luck trying to.
Yeah, really.
And why is it against the law to whistle underwater?
Why do I feel like we've read that before? Are you
I
sure we
don't-
didn't do this state already?
I don't know.
I don't know because I thought we've heard that before, but I think I remember that one. Maybe we did West Virginia already, so we're going to do West Virginia Part 2 in case we did.
All right, keep going.
Okay, so in West Virginia, if a train passes within 1 mile of a town that has like 100 people or more, then the railroad commission is enforced to they have to build a station so that they can regularly stop there for drop-offs and pickups.
That's a good law.
Yeah, I guess.
No, seriously, that's a good law.
Yeah, but I would think that how big is West Virginia?
It's not particularly large. It as states go, it's probably a medium-sized state at best.
You've been to West Virginia?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes, I've driven through West Virginia to go somewhere I cannot say.
Mountain
But,
Mama, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me
Yeah,
home,
well,
country road.
trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's mostly rednecky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's backwoods.
You ever see any roadkill on the road?
I did not.
So apparently there's a weird law that you're allowed to take roadkill home for supper.
Okay, why would you?
Well, I mean, you
There's
know,
a
if-
perfectly good Piggly Wiggly, probably not far, or even a Kroger or a Food Lion, but you see some squished roadkill in the road, and you look at it, you go, "Ooh, look, supper." I mean, this is, it's not for nothing, but this is the mentality of those people. So
Yeah.
that law doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one way to get a deer.
Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Guess what? If that deer's been out there way too long, you don't want to
Ooh.
eat it.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What do you
Well,
think?
I'm
You think
picturing
you
like
hit-
a little rabbit,
No,
or
no.
like
What do you think? You think you hit a deer and miraculously it ends up in a refrigerator somewhere? Is that what
all
you
nice
think?
and cut up and sliced in
Yeah.
little package.
Wow, look at that.
Like the cartoons
Yeah. That's
when they
what
get
it is.
hit,
It's
and it's like
a cartoon.
It's like shows you all the little the pig is now like own little packages.
Yeah,
little
sausage,
packages,
he's
little
bacon.
pack-
Yeah, wow, isn't that amazing? Just killed
Speaking
that
of
pig. And look at
bacon,
him now.
speaking of bacon, do you
Yeah.
eat bacon? I don't really eat bacon.
Oh my gosh, I've been on a bacon kick lately because
So is my son. My
yeah,
young one.
oh yeah, I hate
Anyway,
to say
but
it.
anyway, though, he had a friend over and
Yeah.
she picked up some beef bacon. Have you ever had beef bacon?
God, no. Why would
Uncured
I
beef
do
bacon.
that?
No, it's friggin' great.
Nah, I don't think so. No.
For the hell of it. Next time you're in the store, it ain't
No.
gonna kill you.
No.
Buy a package of beef bacon. Tell me what you think.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my God.
That's like I won't eat turkey, turkey burgers, and I don't eat
All right, they have a different kind of thing than regular burger.
No,
I
I'm
get it. They're very
sorry.
dry. But no, I'm
it's
telling
gotta
you, you might like the beef bacon.
I don't
All
even
right.
like beef ribs. You gotta give me if they're ribs, they gotta be pork.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like beef ribs.
Well, you know me. I'm like I want to be a borderline vegetarian. I can't, I can't completely eliminate.
Yes, but you've
fish
cut
stuff.
quite a few things out of your diet that
I
you
don't
used to
eat veal. I don't eat lamb. I don't eat pork. I don't eat anything of pork, right? Which any of those spare ribs, the bacon, the
pork chops. Oh,
sausages, pork chops, none of that,
yeah,
right?
good stuff.
I eat chicken, I eat turkey, I eat fish. Because
Yeah.
I know how they don't consider fish part of all those things, but some things, you're like, okay, no meat, but it's okay to eat fish. I'm like, really? All right, but I don't get that. But anyway, and then so you got chicken and turkey. I can't really seem to get away from those. I'd like to. And then on a rare occasion, I will eat a good hamburger. A fresh good hamburger. I will eat that on a rare occasion.
Okay.
I hate it. I say a little prayer before I do it. Thank
Oh,
you.
look at you, the humanitarian.
I cover it in a little blanket, and
No, I eat everything.
Yeah.
Give me all that meat, I'll eat it.
All right, where were we? Oh, we were in West Virginia.
Yeah, we're in West Virginia.
All right, and we were, and now we're.
And my IQ is dropping like
Okay, all right, yeah.
by
I better
tens.
hurry then. All right, so apparently it's against the law to sleep on a train. Why? Who does that
Why?
bother?
Who you hurting? Sleeping on a train. Can't sleep on a train.
Exactly. The guy's going to say the station when he gets there. Okay, we're now in. I don't know.
Bumfucked.
Oh,
We're now in bumfucked West Virginia. Wake up, you dumb bastards. Yeah, I can just hear the guy now. I can hear him over the loudspeaker.
that's horrible.
Ain't it?
You don't think there's a bum whatever in your state?
There is one.
too?
There's a
Come on.
bumfuck somewhere.
In every state there is.
At least.
At least one.
What else you got?
So apparently, a tax of 1 cent is levied for every 16 and 9-ounce container of Coke sold in a store. What?
Okay. All right. That's not a bad thing if the money's going to a good cause.
1
it's
cent.
going- If it's
We get-
going,
You get
yeah,
5 cents for the bottle return.
hey, look, if it's going for education or if it's going, to feed poor people, yeah, I'd pay an extra penny. Yeah,
Hey,
tax it.
Do you have a bottle return in Virginia?
We do. We
You do.
we
So
get a
you get
nickel.
charged 5 cents. You get charged.
We
at
get a
5
nickel.
cents. Yeah. Did you ever see that? I know you've seen that episode of Seinfeld when
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
have.
want to say Cosmo, but I can't think of his name in the show. Kramer. Which they only find out his name is Cosmo like seasons later, right?
Yes.
But anyway, Kramer wants to take all the bottles to Maine because you get like 10 cents.
Right.
I forgot what actually happens in the episode, but it's pretty hilarious that why is Maine offering 10 cents for their bottles? That
You know what? But
What?
fine. But that's a great idea because I'm sure as you walk along the highways in Maine, you see less bottles because you're getting at least a dime a piece.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
it's a
don't
great
they
way to
probably don't have much of a homeless problem.
probably not.
It's cold up there.
Actually, I've been thinking about going to Maine, looking for a homeless, bringing them down here because I need somebody to cook and clean and mow my lawn.
Wait a minute. Wait, why for somebody from Maine?
Never mind. What else you got? Never mind.
Again, I swear I feel like I read this before. We must have done some sort of West Virginia. Okay, so just in
Either that
case
or we're having
everybody-
some really
this is
major
West Virginia
deja
part
vu.
2. Yeah. So you may not hold public office if you have ever participated in a duel. I'm telling you, I've definitely read that. Unless the last state we had the same thing, which would be really pretty ironic.
Well, I'd
Or a
like to know
coincidence.
I'd like to know how
I'm
the
no
guy that lost the duel participates in an election. I mean, seriously, you know,
right.
that only
To
applies to
the
the
death is really pretty much that's it, right?
right. That only applies to the winner, basically.
He's nearly dead. He's mostly dead. He's not
He's
completely
mostly
dead.
dead.
Right. Okay. So apparently in Virginia, which would be a problem because we've said quite a few choice words on this this podcast, this episode. For each act of public swearing, a person shall be fined $1.
Shit.
So we would have
that's it?
to. Right,
All right, here's my
so-
dollar.
right. We just probably had to for this episode alone. We probably had to put in more than this show has ever earned.
You're probably right.
In the 2.5 years we've been running this show.
You're probably right.
And one left. That's it. Good old West Virginia. Ray, you are not allowed to walk your lion, your tiger, or your bear. No, your lion, your tiger, or your leopard. You're not allowed to walk it around, even if it's on a leash. Well, that's a good law. I'm not comfortable if someone's walking a lion, a tiger, or a leopard on a leash. I'm not even tired. I'm not even comfortable if it's, on if it's on King Kong chains.
How about if it's stuffed and on wheels?
Okay, that's okay.
That's
I'm
okay?
all right with that. That's all right. Yeah.
I'd
Seriously,
like to know.
though.
I'd like to know where you go to find some wild animals as such in West Virginia to walk them.
Who
Is there
knew?
a store?
There was a lot of lions and tigers and leopards. Oh my!
Really?
In West Virginia.
Okay. I heard one of those. That's how John Denver died. A lion ate him. Just making that up. That's all. I just made that up. Made that up.
A lion ate him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a joke.
Okay.
Why was Russell Crowe so happy?
I don't know why.
He was Gladiator.
Okay.
On that note,
You know what the little brown things are between elephants' toes?
no.
Slow running natives. All right, we got to get out of here. We got to go.
All right. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's. Ray and I are back, as much as people might have thought we never were going to ever come back. It's been a whole month, but we are
Say
back.
you were.
And we'll do another show in a month.
Yeah. I hope you're all miserable. And
Yeah.
no,
Looking
I'm
forward to
kidding.
another miserable year. No.
I'm kidding. I hope everybody has a prosperous and safe New Year.
Yes.
And be good to each other out there.
Yeah. Same here. Bye.
See you.
Hi, this is Bill from Pull Yourself to Pieces. We started this podcast to spark conversations, challenge perspectives, and share the extraordinary tales that make life a thrilling adventure. At first, we didn't know how to create a podcast, but after doing research, we found a great online tool that we use to record each show. That tool is Zencastr, an all-in-one podcast platform that works right out of a browser. You can record studio-quality audio and up to 4K video, even if your connection is unstable. Then you can use the tool's post-production features to help you edit those recordings so your podcast can sound its best. And finally, Zencastr can host your shows and help you distribute them to multiple platforms like Spotify and Apple. It's so easy, and if we can do it, so can you. There's nothing to stop you from creating your own podcast right now. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code BillyRay, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience as I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Please check out our website, pullyourselftopieces.com.
That's right.
And you can subscribe to the show in Google and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, and YouTube, or via RSS, so you'll never miss an episode.
And if you enjoy our show, don't forget to give us a high rating.
And remember to tell your friends about the show.
Thanks for listening to our show, and thank you to freesounds.org and Gottlieb, Audio Mirage, Plasterbrain, Cognito Perceptu, FK Prod, Mirage Hazer, Shadow Wisp, DBoss, Viku Seru, Intra Environmental Sound Project, Julian Nicholas, Carmelo Mike, G Kill Hour, 140178 Sound, CMU Sound Design, Alan Mchi, Der Super Anton, Eric H2000, Bulbastray, FK Phantom, Ultra Dust, Ada Records, Stuart Colborn, DeBroid, Cubidup, GJ, Syntax Seed, Inspector J, Astounded, Madge 061785, Just Invoke, Short Record, Lorenzo Sue, and Amma Kenzie. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/legal code.